You knew that was coming. How did you know that Congress was going to continue to outspend its income in a way that would actually threaten us as a nation?
Well, it's the nature of man. You and I have talked about that a lot of times. How do you position yourself to make the best decisions every time and separate your personal gain from it? And that requires real strength of character. And so the basic premise of my argument to you is what we got today isn't going to fix the real disease that faces America. If you read the Constitution, you will read the enumerated powers. That's what our founders gave as the role for the federal government. And what they said is everything else is reserved for the people in the states.
The founding fathers perceived that there would come a time when the House and Senate, all of federal government, would overwhelm the states and begin this profligate spending. They saw this coming and gave a remedy for what to do when it did.
They not only thought about profligate spending, they thought about the protection of liberty.
You want to bring a sense of hope back to America.
We can save our country, we can fix what's wrong, and we can create a great future for our kids and grandkids, but not if we don't act. Your listeners need to go to conventionofstates.com, sign up, become a volunteer. We'll keep a communication with you on how things are going in every state, including yours. It's a highly effective digital platform that keeps you involved.